Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 16th installment of Month of Joy for TheaterWorks. I'm the technical director for TheaterWorks, and it is my pleasure to introduce tonight a little bit of toy theater from around the world. Coming right up, we've got Hassan with a little toy theater about Citrusville. So welcome, sit back and enjoy. And as a friendly reminder, if you're watching on Facebook, you can turn closed captioning on if you'd like. Take it away, Hassan.
Nestled in between some rolling hills somewhere was the town of Citrusville. The residents of Citrusville loved to celebrate Christmas, and they were rather traditionalist about it. Every year, the residents decorated themselves with clothes like this, and like this, and like this. And the whole town smelled lovely. There was one Citrusville resident who felt differently. His name was Julian. Julian loved Christmas as well, but he always wanted to celebrate the holiday in his own special way. A way that he felt deep down inside himself. But Julian worried about what others would think about him if they saw his special celebration, so he never did anything about it. This year, however, there was a pandemic across the land, and the residents of Citrusville had to stay inside for most of the year. Because of this, Julian had a lot of time on his hands to think, ponder, and reflect. He became determined that this would be the year where he would celebrate Christmas publicly in his own special way. Luckily, the pandemic was easing up in time for Christmas, and the Citrusville residents were allowed to celebrate. Julian got ready to celebrate in his own special way and took to the town square. His music brought the other oranges out of their homes, and Julian revealed himself as Jules, the drag orange. All the Citrusvillians couldn't help but join in the message of Jules's happy festive song, and Jules was so happy to share what was inside him with his friends and neighbors. It's true, Christmas is about tradition, but more importantly, it's also about love and acceptance.
And get some love, my house to your house. Christmas is about love, so give some love and get your love. Yeah. For your brother, for your sister, yeah. For your father, for your mother.
Hassan, that was amazing. That was awesome. Thank you so much for that bit of toy theater. How long have you been doing that?
I don't know. How did that look? I couldn't tell.
I think it looked good.
Okay, good.
Paul, I was trying to tell you in the private chat that the camera looked like it shifted a little bit, but you
Right.
centered it so everyone could see the important bits.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Sorry. This is I don't know. Here, I couldn't see the full screen for some reason because the private chat box wouldn't.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But that's fine. Hello, everyone. Happy holidays. That was fun. I'll do that again if you want.
That was phenomenal. So you're currently in Kuwait, is that right?
I am.
So it's 10-hour difference there for you. So wow.
Right. My God.
You-
I'm usually
you
up
go
this
back-
early, but I had such a you know, when you're anticipating something, so like you can't really sleep. So I was waking up on every hour because I'm terrified that I'll sleep through this
Right.
and disappoint millions of viewers out there.
Well, that's what we're hoping for. We're hoping for millions.
Yeah.
So
And now I can hear you perfectly.
you got to appreciate doing live theater. There's always going to be some technical hiccups, even if we're just
Right.
streaming, which it's
Yeah.
good. Knocks the rust off a little bit.
Much better. Cool.
So you know both Caitlin and Max, is that correct?
Right. Yes. So I met Max in the early 2000s. I was at Northwestern working on my first master's degree in theater performance, and Max was an undergrad, and we were in a show together, a Russian play called A Month of the Country. And then I came back to Northwestern 13 years later to work on my MFA in directing. And that's where I met Caitlin. She was a year ahead of me. And so they have like this buddy system. And she was my like buddy who guided me through my first year.
That's terrific. What a small world.
It
That's
is
amazing.
indeed.
So you guys have stayed in touch. Otherwise, this wouldn't have
Absolutely.
happened. So that's great.
Yeah, I think the first year I started the MFA program, I think it was is really special because I think all 9 directors, there's 3 directors admitted each year. So there's a 9 total in the cohort, but we had like 3 classes together, which was really odd. All 9 of us. So we really got to gel together. What is a 9-some? A nonette? Is that what it is?
I'll take your word for that one.
Okay.
Well, that's great though. So how long have you been doing toy theater?
It's actually, toy theater is a course that's taught as part of the MFA in directing program at Northwestern. And I think it's specifically unique to Northwestern. It's taught by Dr. Jessica Thebus, who's the head of the program, and usually a design faculty member. And it's just like, either you love it or you hate it, I feel. And I loved it. And it just really gets you to focus on storytelling beats and what needs to be shown, what needs to be seen by an audience, what you want to kind of really, how you want to force your point of view through objects. And there's a lot of forms. There's like, as I'm sure you've had a few of these already, right?
Yes, we have.
So you can do like a light box or a little cranky or shadow theater or sand. I prefer like found objects. That's the toy theater that I like. And actually, this is kind of inspired. When I was a kid, which we growing up here in this part of the world, we used to get like the really old Sesame Streets, and there was a vignette called The Operatic Orange. And a lot of people don't know it because I think like my generation grew up with more modern Sesame Streets than I did. This was like the early years. And it was just like this orange that would stroll through a kitchen counter and pick up objects and became animated and then sang Carmen's Habanera at the end. And
wow,
I don't know why that sticks with me so many years later. And so that's kind of where Citrusville kind of came from. So thank you, Jim Henson.
Well, we loved it. I mean, I can't speak for everyone, but I'm pretty sure we all loved it.
Okay, good.
We really want to thank you for your time too. I know that could not have been easy getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning.
I'll go back to sleep easily.
Good, good. I might take you up though on an edited version of this that maybe we can post
Yes.
later. So
Please, yeah, totally.
yeah, cool.
I'll do
All
that
right.
for you for sure.
Awesome. It was
Awesome.
a pleasure meeting you. And I'm
Thanks,
gonna let
Dan.
you go so you can go back to bed.
Thank you. Pleasure
Thank
meeting you too.
Happy
See you
holidays
soon.
to you, and
Thanks.
we really appreciate sharing Citrusville with us.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.
Please join us again tomorrow evening as we continue our month-long celebration of joy. And tomorrow night we have Rakeem Lawrence. So